of Godhead, Vasudeva. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudiraye. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. By regular attendance in the classes on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanitraya Namaste Pankajangriye Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Kinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavrittaye Atmaramaya Shantaya Kevalye Pataye Namaha. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, for joining. We are reading Granth-raj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 8. So we read till chapter 11. We just read chapter 11 yesterday, entitled King Indra Annihilates the Demons. So we can take a quick summary and take some reflections or comments which you all may have in this chapter. And then we'll study a few verses from chapter 12. And then we'll also do the Kahoot quiz, which I'm sure you all are very excited about. So let's start with a quick summary. So in the previous chapter, we discussed that how the demons were, kind of very overpowering, and then the Lord had appeared, Lord Hari appeared, and he killed some of the demons like Kalanemi, etc. Now in this chapter, it starts with that how he first revived the demigods. That means the Lord comes time and again to save the demigods or the devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Ramadi murti shukalane mish tishtan nana taram akaro bhuvaneshu kin. Indradi vyakulam loke mridayanti yuge yuge. Whenever Indra ko vyakul karte hain, that means those who bother Indra, Krishna comes time and again to protect Indra, because Indra is his devotee, and other devotees, of course. So Lord came, revived them, and now they had received strength. And now there was a verbal fight in the first few verses of this chapter. Indra is telling him, Bali Maharaj, like you were like a child and whatnot, you are a fool, etc. But Bali Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami, the words used for Bali Maharaj or the adjectives used to describe the character of Bali Maharaj are all divine, which shows that he was a devotee. And Prabhupada also mentioned yesterday, we read in the purport, he is a devotee in the dress of a demon, on the side of the demon. And we have discussed multiple examples, like Vritrasur, etc. But Bali Maharaj spoke very nice instructions in text number 7, 8, and 9. And interestingly, if you observe, practically in this chapter, those 7 and 8 are the only verses, except for 1 or 2 maybe, where Prabhupada is given purports. So this tells that how much Prabhupada feels that these instructions of being equal, being equipoised. Bali Maharaj says we should be tolerant. Those who are intelligent are tolerant. They are not bewildered by victory or defeat. Whatever has to come, we are not the doers. It will come with due time. Health or disease, wealth or poverty, name, fame or defaming. In short, this is all arranged by the laws of nature. Prakriti kriya marani, uh, gunai karmani sarvasha. So intelligent person does not over worry about these things. We just have to do our dutiful endeavor in the material world and all the be tolerant. Be tolerant in ups and downs and be happy in whatever situation comes. Seeing the movements of time, those who are cognizant of the real truth neither rejoice nor lament for the different circumstances. Therefore, because you are jubilant due to your victory, you should be considered not very learned. In short, learned persons are not too happy when things go their way or apparently good things, or not too sad, because this is the nature of this material world. Prabhupada has emphasized a lot in this text number 8, which is the most important in this chapter, to be tolerant. Tam stitikshva sabharata, titikshva karunika. Even Kapila Muni tells in the teachings of Lord Kapila, Canto 4, Canto 3 actually. The first quality of sadhu is to be tolerant. Tolerance, tolerance, tolerance. Emphasize a lot in this chapter. Equipoised. Then, text number 10 onwards, there is fall of Bali Maharaj, and Indra starts to kill different demons or destroy different demons. Starting with Bali Maharaj, then Jambasur comes to defend, and then he is also destroyed. He was trying to harm Maithili, the driver or the charioteer, but Indra again, at one point he was covered with thousands of arrows, but he was again he destroyed Jambasur. Then three demons came, Bala, Paka, and Namuchi, who were also very powerful. There was big fight and hundreds of arrows, cloud of arrows, and then finally Indra killed Bala and Paka, and then eventually Namuchi as well. But Namuchi was not destroyed in an ordinary way. Indra's thunderbolt didn't work. The great weapon which he could destroy Ritrasur easily, but Namuchi was not able to, not killed by that weapon. Nothing could happen, as if you hit someone with a rod, nothing much will happen. Then there was a divine voice, actually an ominous voice, which said that this has a special power. So use something which is not wet nor dry. And Indra used the weapon of foam. Indra used the weapon of foam. Fena. We discussed the word fena, pa. One is working hard, foaming till the mouth, ultimately lot of fear. Ultimately, all the material pursuits go in vain or vyartha. Then bhai, protection. I want to protect my family, my assets, my property, my income, my identity, my car, my health, my my home, my everything one wants to protect. And then ultimately, in all this comes Yamraj, Mrityu, BODY, birth, old age, disease, and Yamraj, death. So finally, Namuchi was destroyed, and then comes Narad Muni and tells that now please stop fighting, because he was told by Brahma that now it's getting too much, please stop fighting. And another important verse that the demigods followed that instruction of Narad Muni coming through Brahma, they didn't disobey. And we discussed that point also in great detail. That's a difference between divine and demoniac. And the last few verses, Bali Maharaj was rekindled. They all, like an ambulance, took Bali and some other demons to Ashtagiri, where Shukracharya was present. He had special Sanjeevani Vidya, and that's how he was able to rekindle them or revive them to back. But again, Bali Maharaj could have felt agitated, angry, and frustrated, he didn't feel so. He's like, well, it's part of life. Someone wins, someone defeats, someone is not victorious. It's fine. Again, he showed tolerance. He didn't just speak about it. He showed as well by his example, and we will see other later as well. So many wonderful qualities he will be displaying. That's a quick summary of chapter 11, and it's 8:11, so we can take some reflections. If anyone has any reflections, any comments, anything you liked in this chapter, would someone like to share? Anything? Chapter 11.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, everybody, to you. All glories to Prabhupada. I really like the point that when Narada Muni asked them to stop fighting, both of them, the demigods stopped fighting. They did not think, though, oh, this animosity has taken us so much effort. We did all the Samudra Manthan, it was so difficult. And now you're asking us to fight. I mean, these are demons. Why not wipe them out once and for all? They always cause troubles. But no, they just immediately stopped and went back to their abodes, it says. That was very interesting. Back to you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice reflection. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. It's just addition to Mataji's comments. I was really inspired by this verse. It was text number 25. After the Narad Muni said to demigods, they stopped fighting. And in this context, the realization which Swati Mataji gave, because she was the one who read this text, and I really like what she said was that, when we hear something from exalted devotees, we should not apply our own logics and reasonings, and we should follow them. We should just believe in their faith and try to follow it. So it's something really practical with our context. This is something really striking. It was a wonderful explanation by her. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
It was Sharanya Mataji.
Uh, I think text 20. Okay, I don't remember. I'm sorry for that. But that Mataji gave a wonderful, practical application, which I really like. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that's a very, very important point, that we should not try to concoct or speculate with our own tiny intelligence. Just therefore, it's called Bhagavad Gita as it is. Do as it is. As it is told, just do it. Not Krishna said to Arjuna, Yatha ichsi tatha kuru, do as you want. Nor did Arjuna say, Karishyasi vachanam tvai. I will follow your words. I will act as per your words, not as per my words, not as per your words, in my own way, in my own interpretation. Prabhupada often said this. I'm not adding anything, I'm not subtracting anything, I'm just repeating as it is. Therefore, it's called Bhagavad Gita as it is, Yatharu. It's a very important point. Any other comments, questions, additions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So the last verse where the Bali Maharaj, regaining his consciousness, did not lament, actually very important life lesson for me, because in workplace, in my household life, there's a lot of ups and downs happens, but that really helping me. Even even recently I applied this. Whatever happened, I took it, okay, and that way at least I'm not grudging inside. So finish my job, coming back, what happened. So everything is God grace. So that is very important lesson for me. That no lamentation, take it whatever it comes. Back to Prabhuji.
Very nice. Very, very practical. Do our very best and leave the rest on Krishna. Thank you. Any other last one or two comments anyone wants to share, ask, tell? Okay, so we have some time, so we can read maybe one or two verses for chapter 12, and then we can move on to our quiz also for chapter number 9 and 10. But I think the next 10-15 minutes we can read, so we'll start with the summary. Who has not read? Anurag Prabhu, you want to read? Happy to see you. Are you in a position to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Haribol.
Hi. Actually, I'm on my phone, so the text are a bit small, but I will try my best. Is it okay?
Sure. I can bump it up for you. Is that better?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Mohinī-mūrti incarnation bewilders Lord Shiva. This chapter describes how Lord Shiva was bewildered upon seeing the beautiful Mohinī-mūrti incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and how he later came to his senses. When Lord Shiva heard about the pastime performed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, in the form of an attractive woman, he mounted his bull and went to see the Lord, accompanied by his wife Uma and his servants, the Bhutagana or ghost. He approached the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Shiva offered obeisances to the Supreme Lord as the all-pervading Lord, the universal form, the supreme controller of creation, the supreme soul, the resting place for everyone, and the completely independent cause of all causes. Thus he offered prayers giving truthful descriptions of the Lord. Then he expressed his desire. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is very kind to his devotees. Therefore, to fulfill the desire of his devotee Lord Shiva, he expanded his energy and manifested himself in the form of a beautiful and attractive woman. Upon seeing this form, even Lord Shiva was captivated. Later, by the grace of the Lord, he controlled himself. This demonstrates that by the power of the Lord's external energy, everyone is captivated by the form of woman in the material world. Again, however, by the grace of Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can overcome the influence of Maya. This was evinced by Lord Shiva, the topmost devotee of the Lord. First, he was captivated, but later, by the grace of the Lord, he restrained himself. It is declared in this connection that only a pure devotee can restrain himself from the attractive feature of Maya. Otherwise, once a living, actually, Prabhuji, can you please scroll a bit? Thank you so much. Otherwise, once a living entity is trapped by the external feature of Maya, he cannot overcome it. After Lord Shiva was graced by the Supreme Lord, he circumambulated the Lord along with his wife Bhavani and his companions, the ghost. Then he left for his own abode. Sukadev Goswami concludes this chapter by describing the transcendental qualities of Uttam Shloka, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by declaring that one can glorify the Lord by 9 kinds of devotional service, beginning with Shravanam and Kirtanam. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Happy to hear from you after a long time.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
So, Mohinī-mūrti, avatar of the Supreme Lord, is back after 2 chapters. So she came in chapter number 9 and 10 and 11. This war was going on, so she kind of had left the scene. If you remember, we read this point that she distributed the nectar amongst the demigods and chopped off Rahu's head in the end of chapter 9, which you all have studied for the quiz. Then the difference between the divine and demoniac was mentioned. And then In chapter 10 and 11, we don't hear about Mohinī-mūrti. But in 12 again, we hear about Mohinī-mūrti. So, how this beautiful form of the Lord bewilders Lord Shiva. So she's not an ordinary personality who can bewilder Lord Shiva. Only his Lord, that is Lord Kṛṣṇa or Lord Mohinī-mūrti, is not different from the Supreme Lord, bewildered here, Lord Shiva. Let's read one or two verses. Would someone like to start with text number this 1 and 2? Anyone who's not read this week? Puna, Madhuji, you want
Yeah,
to read?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna, Dhanapatranam, everyone. Text 1 and 2. Shivadarayani upacha vishadhojo nisamedam yosi dvapeda danavan mohayitva suragana hari somamapayayat Brisamarudhya girisham sarvabhuta ganaivarta Sahadevya yayahi drushta yatraste madhusudana. Translation and purport. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sukadeva Goswami said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, in the form of woman, captivated the demons and enabled the demigod to drink the nectar. After hearing of these pastimes, Lord Shiva, who is carried by a bull, went to the place where Madhusudana, the Lord, resides. Accompanied by his wife Uma and surrounded by his companions, the ghost, Lord Shiva went there to see Lord's form as a woman. So, yeah, Prabhuji, this is same as just discussed. Back to you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So now the war and everything is over. The Supreme Lord Shiva, his bull, and his wife, Uma Devi, and his followers, ghosts. Lord Shiva is very, very merciful. So his followers, this is what Radha Govind Maharaj was mentioning, well, some of them have only belly. Some of them have one leg. Some of them have one eye and big hands. Some of them has no hands. So very interesting. Ghosts and goblins, they are followers of Lord Shiva. They have their own dress, body rubbed up with ashes. They don't have a place living in Kailash. And often people misunderstand Shiva or try to artificially imitate Lord Shiva, not understanding that he is Jagat Guru. In so many chapters and cantos in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we hear about Lord Shiva. Whether it was Daksha Yajna, whether it was the message to the Prachetas as well. Rudra Gita is a full chapter in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Then recently we heard about, in so many places, Lord Shiva goes along to help the demigods. So many places Lord Shiva is mentioned. Lord Shiva we read about in the Tripura story as well. So Lord Shiva is a very, very important personality and so much to learn from Lord Shiva. One great lesson, since we're talking about the family of Lord Shiva. So as well as Radha Govind Maharaj was explaining this point again. Who is the carrier of Lord Shiva?
Nandi.
Nandi, the bull, right? And who is the carrier of Uma or Durga?
Tiger.
Lion. Nice.
Lion.
So what's the relation between lion and bull? We all know that, right? When the lion sees the bull, it's like time for Mahaprasade Govind. Similarly, Ganesha, the sun, what's his carrier?
Mouse.
Mouse. And what's Kartikeya's carrier?
Peacock.
Peacock. And what's in the neck of Lord Shiva?
Snakes.
Snake. So snake, mouse, and peacock. Look at the relationship between snake and mouse, same Mahaprasad, and peacock and snake. So having, in spite of all these, differences and variegatedness, they all serve together because of their strong devotion to the Supreme Lord. Lord Shiva is always chanting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Lord Shiva is always chanting the names of Lord Ram, Lord Kṛṣṇa. He's always meditating. And he's desiring, now he's going with his whole family. So it's a very good thing, right? It's to go with all the family and entourage to see the form of the Lord. We all can do that. So the Lord is going to see the beautiful form of Lord Shiva is going with his family and his entourage. He is not just focused on, okay, my family. He wants to do all his companions as well. The ghost, which no one wants. Who wants to have ghost as his or her companion? Anyone wants to have? Anyone wants to volunteer to have ghosts? See, none of you want to volunteer. Now, where will they all go? Lord Shiva says, I'll take you. He is very, very merciful. Vaishnavana Shambhu. He takes care of those who no one takes care of. Pashupati Nath. He takes care of the animal-like propensities. He is the friend of everyone. His quality is used for the Supreme Lord and for the great pure souls as well. No, we all don't want to be with the ghosts, right? We want to be with nice sadhus, nice devotees, good association. Where will these ghosts go? How will they get purified? It's the compassion of Lord Shiva. So we will let them continue their journey to the place where Lord Madhusudana resides. And now we will have the quiz. I'm sure all of you are excited. So you all know how to do the quiz. So for quiz, you need two gadgets. Either you are using one phone to see the screen, which you will see the questions there. And on the other phone or laptop or computer or iPad, iPhone, whatever tablet you have, you will log into kahoot.it, kahoot.it. Okay, so log in there. Very soon you will see the code you have to enter. Okay. So start logging in your second gadget. You will see the code in just 30 seconds. If anyone has difficulty, unmute and speak. Okay, so now you're seeing the code. So go to this website or the app, either way is fine. You don't have to download the app if you don't have. It's your personal choice. So go to this website, put this code and put your name as nickname. Anyone finding it difficult to connect, let me know. We'll wait for about 1 minute and then we'll start. This is quiz from chapter 9 and 10 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which we read last week. Now someone wants to guess their name. Interesting.
Prabhuji, please, you can tell me that how to go in this Kahoot link.
Yes, yes. You need the second one screen. You will see what you are seeing. So you don't have to go get another tablet or phone or laptop. Use that, and then that you will be using to answer the questions. In that, go to this website. Okay, kahot.it. So this phone or whatever screen you are seeing, let it be idle. Use the second phone or second tablet or laptop, any other device. You need two devices. Okay, so you need two devices for that. Is everyone able to follow? You got it, Tarun? Eleven of you have joined. There are more devotees, so we'll just wait for maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Is everyone able to connect? 13. We have 13 devotees here. On call, we have about 16. Oh, sorry, 20. We have 20. So, is anyone finding it difficult to join, or everyone okay?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I will not be able to join because there is a class of my
Oh, sure,
brother
sure.
is having class on.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You can just be a spectator like me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, how to join?
How to join? You have your parent or some elder with you? Yes,
Prabhuji.
So then you need one more phone or one more laptop. In that phone or laptop, go to this website and put this code. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
And then put your name there. So it's on the second phone or second gadget which has internet. Go to this website and put this game code and put your name. And then your name will appear like the rest 13 devotees who have joined. Govinda, Vaishali, Aparna, Umesh, Shikha, Yana, Kṛṣṇa, Bhaswati, Jyoti, Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa. Okay, a lot of devotees have joined. Do you want me to wait or everyone set? Who wants me to wait? Anyone wanting me to wait?
Prabhuji.
Tarun, you want me to wait?
Just a second, Prabhuji.
Sure, sure. Okay, we'll wait for 30 more seconds. Shri Vallabheti Varadeti Daya Pareti. Tarai has joined. Okay, I see. Priyangshu and Tarun. I think almost now you are all connected. So we'll get started, right? Hare Krishna. All the best. So in the second gadget, you will see colors. You can only pick one color, or there could be some multiple choice as well. So see the question on the screen and pick the right option. Okay. You have to answer correctly and quickly. Okay. All the best. Hari Bol. Okay. The quiz is starting now. When the demons saw the beautiful young woman with all attractive features coming towards them, so what did they do? They were suspicious. They requested her to settle the dispute by dividing the nectar. They immediately recognized the woman as a supreme lord, or all of the above. Which is the best answer? And there's a timer, so you have to answer before the timer runs out. Okay. Yes, they requested her to become a mediator. That we trust you, you decide whatever. Yatha ichsi tatha kuru. Okay. Mohinī-mūrti took the container in her hands, and what did she do? She approached the demons and satisfied them with the nectar. She first satisfied demons with sweet words and cheated them. She administered the nectar to the demigods. She dropped into the ocean. This one is interesting. Actually, in this one, this is also correct. So, she administered the nectar to demigods and satisfied the demons with sweet words. And I moved up because she has stars all around. Okay, on seeing Mohinī-mūrti cheating them by not giving the nectar to the demons, what did they do? They went to fight with the lady. They developed faith in the woman and hence were quiet. Give their promise and prevent from fighting with the woman, remain silent, or both B and C. Well, B and C means these two. A is this. Okay, B and C means these two. Yeah, actually, these two are correct because the demons didn't fight, they were tolerant. Well, it's interesting, they showed all the divine qualities, but for a selfish reason, to marry Mohinī-mūrti. Okay, Kṛṣṇa and Kṛṣṇa. Dash is the demon who causes the eclipse of the sun and the moon. Rahu, Bahu, Ketu, Ketaki. Who causes the eclipse of the sun and the moon? Yes, it's Rahu. Okay, moving on. Rahu's head being touched by the nectar became immortal. Brahma accepted Rahu's head as one of the stars, orbits, planets, or mountains. Yes, it's the planet, one of the Rahu planets. Yeah, of course, 6 out of 11. So we're almost halfway through. The demons were not able to drink the nectar because they were busy fighting with each other. They were not devotees of Vasudeva. They were not alert. They were lost by the beauty of Mohinī. What was the main reason that they could not drink the nectar? Yes, they were not devotees of the Lord. We discussed this towards the end of, I think, chapter 9. Everything was same. They did hard work. Demigods did hard work. Their intention was to get nectar, demons, and demigods' intention was. But they were not devotees of the Lord. That's why they did not get the nectar. So we will not get the nectar in life if we are not devotees of Vasudeva, Kṛṣṇa. Seeing the victory of the demigods, the demons, what did they do? Went to Lord Vishnu to seek shelter, totally disappointed, and took shelter of King Bali. What did the demons do? Began to march towards demigods with raised weapons, or were bewildered and ran away towards from the scene. yes, began to march towards the demigods with raised weapons. Last few questions. Last 4 questions. King Maharaj Bali's magnificent plane was named. What was the name? Maharaj Bali's plane. Vehayasya. Vehayasa. This only those who studied would tell, I guess. Prakriti is also in the top 5. Good job, Prakriti. It's amazing. When the battle was taking place between the demons and the demigods, and none of them seemed to win, Bali Maharaj resorted to surrender to the demigods, surrender to Lord Vishnu, hide out, or do demoniac illusions. What did Bali Maharaj resort to? Yes, illusions, and we see the elephants were falling, the lions were falling, snakes were falling, and it was dark, and it was very ghastly. Okay. When the demigods found no way to counteract the activities of the demons, they did what? Wholeheartedly meditated upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, also started to attack using magical weapons, or they ran and hid themselves in Patal Loka, or none of these. What did the demigods do to counteract the magical illusions of Bali Maharaj? Yes, they meditated upon the Supreme Lord. This is very nice, very important lesson. Devi Esha Gunamai Mammaya Duratya Mamyevi Prapadyanti. If we take shelter of Kṛṣṇa, all the illusion will be gone. Nashtamoho Smritir Labdva. We're almost towards the last verse of, yes, the last verse. Question. Nash was killed by the Supreme Lord on the battlefield. You have to be careful with the options here. Kalnimi, Mali, Somali, Malyavan, or all of the above. Yes, all of the above. All these demons at the end of chapter 10 were killed by Lord Hari. So I'm sure you all like this wonderful quiz. Let's see who are all on the podium. Oh, this is very difficult. Guess is on the 3rd spot. Vaswati Mataji at 2nd spot. Oh, Ayana at the 1st spot. And Kashish Mataji and Jyoti Mataji at the next 4th and 5th one. This is awesome. Who is the guess?
I could not study, and my screen locked out on 1st and 2nd.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you are the guess, I guess.
I didn't study, so I didn't.
That was the last. Yes.
So you all liked it?
Actually, my screen also logged out in the first 3 questions, Prabhuji. I don't know why it happened. Or is it because of the network issue, or?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it was at my
Well,
end.
that's all right. I also did.
Sir, I also did.
Good job, Prakriti. Thank you. And I see Shikha Mataji and Vaishali Mataji and quite a few devotees joining. Thank you so much. Are you joining from India?